So guys, welcome back. This is my boy Adamslink. Another day. Welcome to another video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. So I'm mostly going to be reacting to some videos coming from our presidential candidates and also from some Nigerians that are well known in the society. Firstly, I want you guys to check out this video coming from Asari Dokubo. He said something about Peter Obi as usual. You know, he's one of all those people who are strongly against Peter Obi. Now, he is saying Peter Obi is a drug baron, a drug lord.
If he be president, I could put you on. And I never see where citizens they revolt, say this man not going to be president. If in your dream Peter Obi become president, I go put you on. We go declare him. He go bring him in Anobia. It be like one of the overhyped people. Peter Obi. Who is Peter Obi? The Yahoo fellow. Somebody who has been accused or as a drug baron. There's a lady, she's in prison there. In Peru. That is sent as a courier. It was published in Nigerian newspaper. You people are accusing other people. The main drug baron is Peter Obi. And I want to bring the story out. I sure again. I sure the other day. And I don't believe. Peter Obi. Where is Peter Obi? A criminal, a drug baron. If as I call him drug baron, we ain't go court. We go bring the newspaper. Why that time he no talks, he no be drug baron. He was accused publicly, could not defend himself. A drug baron. And I don't just say I don't get any conviction. I am one of the most persecuted people in this country. One of the most arrested people in this country. One of the most detained people in this country. And yet, no conviction. I don't be Superman. Let Peter Obi go pass through waiting and pass through. Let Peter Obi pass through what I passed through. Whether he will survive and come. A drug baron. Want to be Escobar, want to be president of Nigeria, Escobar.
When he said Escobar want to be president of Nigeria, that really got me. And he said even if Peter Obi win as Nigerian next president, that they're going to revolt and they're going to say no to Peter Obi, so they will drive him out of that office. That is according to Asari Dokubo. This is not the first time he's making such video. The other one, we saw him carrying AK-47, you know. And I don't know his personal beef with Peter Obi. He has called Peter Obi a criminal, a Yahoo boy, a drug baron, a 419, so many other names as well. And he's a deceiver. You know, so many other stuff he has called Peter Obi. So like I've said before, in this video, we're going to be reacting to some of the issues that are happening, mainly videos. But before I will play you the recent appearance Tinubu and Atiku had recently. Tinubu in Kaduna State, where they said a lot of things. But firstly, before we go over there is this former governor who is now Nigeria Senator Amasu. He said those countries granting visas to Nigerian youths are wicked. Countries granting visas to Nigerian youth are wicked. He stated this in a reaction of the mass exit of Nigerians to the UK, Canada, and other foreign nations. Speaking to BBC on the growing jackpot trend, Amusu said, I have heard about it, and the report is scary. All our youth and young talented are traveling out of Nigeria, seeking greener pasture, and the prospective countries are deliberately giving them visa to leave the country without putting the origin country into consideration. What scares me most in all these is the prolific proliferation of immigration. Foreigners will not fix our nation for us if all our citizens should leave Nigeria. I am seeing the countries granting visas to our youth as wicked because they are not considered the origin nation from which their prospective labor force is coming from. If you ask our people leaving the nation for greener pasture, they will tell you that they are not planning to return to Nigeria. If you look closely at the situation, you will see that all our lawyers, accountants, and most especially medical practitioners make up the largest chunk of people leaving the country. We cannot blame them, however. Insecurity is one of the major problems pushing our people out of the country. You will agree with me that our people are not lazy and are always willing and ready to work diligently. Most of the migrants are forced to leave the country as a result of bad governance, unstable economy, insecurity, and other challenges. I am sure Nigeria will be great again, but the report of migration recently have been disheartening for me. Okay, good again. You people are in the government. So now do not call other countries that they are wicked. In fact, they are let me be completely honest, they are even really, in a way, how would I going to put it, like, to even grant Nigeria visa is really, really extremely difficult. So it's not as if anybody getting visa is just getting it out of platter of gold. You know what Nigeria goes through to get visa. The stress we go through to get visa in this country is times 200 from any other country to get visa. Any other country citizens to get visa. Nigeria goes through times 200 stress. If you are living in any other countries around the world, just know that as a Nigeria, we go through times 200 of your stress that you are going through. So I think if the federal government want to stop Nigeria youth from traveling abroad, jackpotting, I think they know exactly what to do. They don't even need to say it. Or have you seen, is it possible to say, let me say, 1,000 UK citizens migrate from UK to another country in a month or in a year? Nigeria, we are seeing tens of thousands migrating every year. Well, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to do. They don't even need to call, like what that man said. He said other countries that are granting Nigeria visas are wicked. What about your own kids? Where are your own kids? Are they schooling in Nigeria? What about your own kids? Well, let's move past that. This video I want to share with you guys coming from none other than Tinubu and the remark he made recently. He talked about air fry and also talk about corn and maize. No, I don't really get what he was trying to say.
For thinking and doing. Nigeria needs thinkers and doers. And that is, I'm openly begging Nasir El-Rufai not to run away for additional degree excuse. He's going to Cairo, PhD and everything. There are lots of educated relics. We are not going to let you run away. Your vision, creativity, and resiliency in turning a rotten situation to a bad one is necessary at this critical time. That is why we are here today. Therefore, I'm sure that under the able leadership of this governor, not Rufai, the leadership of the car park and the subsequent administrations in Kaduna will be very successful once the path is straight. These states will be turned into a rapid job creation state. To you, the Kadunians, be sure of the success of this. I stand before you. You cannot harvest corn the day this maize is planted.
If you ask me, or if you ask anybody, honestly, I don't know what the point he was trying to make. I think he was contradicting himself as well. You know, don't get me wrong, I respect Tinubu and what he has done, and I think he deserves to be respected. But, well, let me just leave my own personal opinion. But I think that speech, I don't understand what he was trying to say. Like I've said before, he contradicted himself. He said El-Rufai is needed and that it can turn a rotten situation into a bad one. Maybe he wanted to say a rotten situation into a good one. So that's what I think he wanted to say, but he was contradicting himself. Also, corn and maize. Honestly, I do not know, guys. Well, it's quite unfortunate, but a spokesman of Peter Obi, that is the person of Kenneth Okonkwo, said, Bola Tinubu has lost the mental capacity to govern a sick country like Nigeria. He will simply turn Nigeria rotten situation by APC to a bad one. Please vote wisely come 2023. May God deliver us from Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar. Well, not just that, talking about Atiku Abubakar also had something to say recently, and a lot of people were not really happy over what he said. Well, who knows, maybe you might be happy about what he said. Listen to him, guys.
I have traversed the whole of this country. I know the whole of this country. I have built bridges across this country. I think what the average northerner needs is somebody who is from the north and who also understands the other parts of Nigeria and who has been able to build bridges across the rest of the country. This is what the northerner needs. He doesn't need a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate. This is what the northerner needs. So I believe I stand before you as a pan-Nigerian of northern origin.
Oh, it's funny because Atiku, they call him the unifier, the only presidential candidate that can unify Nigeria, can bring Nigeria together. But it's the same person that is saying that the Northerners do not need a Igbo president or a Yoruba president. Was that right? Was he supposed to use that to campaign? And again, it's quite unfortunate. Well, you know, it's the campaign they can in as much do whatever they want, but except they don't go above the law. Well, according to viewers, like let me read from Kenneth Okonkwo again what he said about what Atiku said. He said, Atiku Abubakar have shown how ethnically